What's up YouTube, it's Louis here, hope you're all well. Today we're looking at Hbar on the daily time frame, and what is so interesting is that the whole weekend it wasn't closing above that resistance, which I said, as long as we're below this, we're not going to continue this pump up to the golden pocket, because although the golden pocket is the most retraceable Fibonacci levels, all that means is when you place the fibs, the 0.5 and the 0.618 is where you're going to come to most of the time. But most, not all, and you can actually just stop at the 382, and that's completely fine. And right now we're just seeing constant daily candle closes below it, constant rejections off the 382. So this is just showing you continuous weakness in the bulls, because again we are actually going up, but then we're just getting hammered back down each time from the same level. So there's a supply in this area. There's not demand, there's supply, because we just keep getting rejected in this 382, 4.98 cents. So even if we do pump into this golden pocket, that's still below this low. So technically, and again, you haven't even tested it as a resistance. So even if we got up this high, back up to about 5.86 cents, it's just not enough, guys. It's still going to be resistance. This is just a bull trap. But yeah, let's zoom in now on the daily time frame for Hbar. Please, guys, if you do enjoy today's update, there's more than enough of you to help me reach 100 likes. I'd really appreciate if we could do so. Check out those channel memberships, and head over to my Twitter, because I'm always posting key updates throughout the day over there. And that's in the link down below, or Louis_crypto. So continuing with Hbar, if you remember, we were showing this head and shoulders pattern over here on the 4-hour time frame. We're also speaking about these wicks down here, and we created this box, so we'll get into that in a bit more detail. But yeah, let's head over to the 4-hour time frame, which we now see this shoulder, head and shoulders. And last week I was essentially saying that with the head and shoulders pattern, the head is usually a fake out, so the shoulders, that's where the true resistance of this range is. And you can see something basically potentially the same pattern, because you need to form the right shoulder and lose it. That's what we could actually be doing again. So you've got a potential shoulder, head, and now you lost, you broke above the resistance, so it should be support. No, it wasn't. You fell back under, so we're flipping it back into resistance now. Now we need to see the loss of this support. It has not been lost yet. You have not yet formed the completion of the right shoulder, and the pattern is not even valid if you come back down to it. You need to lose the neckline, okay? That's the only way you validate the pattern. So in this case, you have this neckline or this neckline, and when you close below, which you did with this red candle, that is your signal, or with this red candle, that is your signal for the continuation lower. It just depends which neckline you want to use. Do you want to use the uptrending neckline, or do you want to use the horizontal neckline? That's completely down to you. But again, that could be forming over here, and that's why we have this green box. And what's interesting is we had this green box before ever even thinking about another head and shoulders over here, because on the daily time frame we were saying, when we were running into, I think it was on this actual candle over here, we were expecting a rejection over here. So we said, now going forward, we can't lose this wick. Between this wick and this daily candle close, that is now where you need to find support if you want to have another go at trying to break the 20. So the direct next day, which was Friday, you can see, unfortunately I didn't make a video on Friday for you guys, but I did make a video on Thursday, and I said going forward you need to hold this wick if you want to have continuation back up. If you lose this wick, we're going back down, okay? So that is what we need to watch out for in these next days. Look, so did you close below yesterday? Sorry, yesterday. No, but there were moments in yesterday on Sunday where you were below this, but there was no daily candle close below this to say, yeah, we are going to continue. But if you had a daily candle close below that wick, then yeah, we will continue lower. So that's pretty much how it is. So essentially you're trapped between this and the 382, and remember, eventually one of these is going to give, so that's of course tradable. You can either trade up or down once you see a daily candle close above one of these levels, essentially. So closing above the 382 will signal finally this impulse into this golden pocket, but realizing that this is just a key resistance, I'm going to increase the golden pocket actually up to this wick, because that is the true resistance. That's the highest, or that's the lowest level of support, so that when we come up, that would be the first point of resistance we would ever face. So I must if we get up there into this zone, that's going to be the first piece of resistance. But of course we have the Fibonacci levels lower, and yeah, daily close on the 382, showing you that this is a key level. You can even argue it's the level of 5 cent. It's so close to that psychological level. You could say that this is the 5 cent brick wall where we're running into the 20 EMA. This is actually a signal of us going lower. So all these daily candles over here are shooting stars. It's a signal to me that this wants to continue lower. However, if you're not closing below that wick, I just can't tell you guys with 100% confidence we are going lower. It is what should happen because of these wicks over here. You're running into the 20. We're in this is resistance. We're in a downtrend. Any pump is fake. So we should go lower. But of course, you can just have this rollover, hold this wick, have one more go at it, run into the golden pocket, and then continue lower. You know, this market is always here to catch out as many people as much as possible. So although we know this is going lower afterwards, why not trick these early shorters? One more pump, then flop. Or even again, shorters over here, let's push it one more time and then go down. So that's the market. It's a manipulated market, especially in a bear market. So that's why it's not the best time to be trading. However, I'll try to give you guys those opportunities, and that's why I'm telling you that if we do see a daily candle close above the 382 here on the Binance chart for Hbar, 1 fib level there, 0 fib here, and then of course 382 4.98 cent close, a daily candle above that, we're having this, finally getting this impulse. I would personally take it to the 55, wherever the 55 lands. And remember, this is the daily time frame, so every day this moves. So yeah, this would, your take profit would have to be moving essentially. But remember, that is if we hold this green wick for, let's read out the value. The low is 0.04784298. So if you just hover over this candle, it tells you the low. So that's the lowest wick right there on this candle. And so yeah, daily candle closes signal this push back down to here. Daily candle close above 382 would signal a push into the 050. That would be a 5% move if you wanted to close it there, or get a little bit greedier, take it to the 55 EMA. But again, this is going to move, so it could be a bit lower, let's say 8%. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Hbar's update. Remember, long term, we just believe we are going to continue lower as we have larger targets to the downside, including the head and shoulders pattern, which we talk about every day in our Bitcoin updates. Don't forget that Bitcoin is the most important update. Yeah, it's the clearest chart for me personally, and if that's so clear and the alts are not so clear, then there you go, use the clearer chart. Bitcoin is the mothership, it controls crypto, so if that's doing well, the rest should do well. If that's doing bad, the rest doing bad. Bitcoin made a lower low, Hbar made a lower low. That is bearish, both are bearish. So of course we're going lower. We found fractals on Hbar, on Bitcoin, that are mirroring exactly, and they are essentially saying that even if we do pump here, we'll eventually continue lower. And we also know this anyway because we validated this bearish pattern and have not invalidated it. To invalidate it, you need to reclaim this red box, which again hasn't even been tested as resistance yet. So when you do, if you do come back into this area of 5.8 to 6.1 cent, then of course you're just going to flip this into resistance and you continue lower, even if we do from the bottom pump 20-30% up to here. Again, it should just continue lower. So our head and shoulders target down here at 4 cents and a lower target at 3 cent, which is the descending triangles target. I hope you guys enjoyed today's update. One final day of 300 to 500 pounds on the mentorship, and of course £100 on the course. Final day. Even if you message me tomorrow, unfortunately I can't accept it. I've had that happen today. I've had 2 people wanting to do the mentorship asking, is the offer still on? So that's exactly why I extended it one more day. If you do want to get the mentorship, there's only going to be 2 slots available. So yeah, down to 300 to 500 if you just want to private message me, but it has to be done today. Thank you guys.